we hold our prayers and send good prayers of oya'i'o, of truth, and aloha to these, to the justices of the Supreme Court. First time in a long time I've heard some really awesome, they were asking the right questions and really pulling forth the same calls and the things that we've been saying from day one. And so for me, what's really good about that is it starts to make even more legitimate the claims that protectors, petitioners, that, you know, we got to always consider the masses. The masses may be looking at this stuff and with Western kind of thinking, it's like, oh, more protesters. But now that the justices were pointing out the exact same questions and the exact same reasons that we've been talking about this whole time, it really helped to solidify that this was a very legitimate case that we had filed, or that the petitioners filed. So we really want to aloha our 7 petitioners who have been fighting on this for many years. You know, and I'm a firm believer in our spiritual connections and ho'ailona. And just so the timing of everything was impeccable. You know, they held the ground for 7 years of protests, of lawsuits, in particular the TMT. But remember, this fight from Mauna Kea has been going for years before that. And so to all of the Kia'i Mauna from way before, to help, maybe they just had to hold the forefront until the next generation is ready to come in with what we had to help feed into our defense. Which has helped to spark, again, one of the biggest unification of everybody. So just a couple of things in court yesterday. One of the biggest things that the Chief Justices was really nipping at the state and UH lawyers on was based upon the fact of them passing the permit prior to the contested case. That was one of the biggest ones. So it's really yesterday, there's 4 main topics that they were going to hit, but the main one that was being addressed was basically, that's what they call it? Due process. And there's some really good quotes. Go check out Nomi's page on Facebook. Babes Against Biotech got some good quotes that are on there. One of the Chief Justices really calling on them, like, let me read you what your law is. It's like they were just bogus. The only defense I could hear from them that they were offering as to why they did that, now get this, was almost almost they were trying to say, like, we did that to help the petitioners so that they would know what they're actually contesting. And even, I was funny just looking at the justices' faces all go like, what? It was just like, so bogus kind of stuff like that. Another Chief Justice really pointed out the fact of, that's not the process. So please tell me, when did the DLNR start adopting that kind of process? I've never heard so much stuttering from a lawyer in my life. But of course, for myself, it's a court. I don't ever put 100% trust into anything in the court system. However, we give pule. I really want to aloha. There was a few individuals who actually went to the Capitol the night before too and held a 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. vigil, and prayer vigil, as well as a rally outside of the building, the courthouse that morning. And it was just very beautiful. So we send a shout out to our ohana on Oahu o Kaku'iheva, all of the Oahu people who were able to come out and help to show that support too. It was solid. So just in the sense of holding on, when so many of us maybe have doubted a lot of things in the beginning, saying there's no hope, that's what that, you know, keep striving, keep going, yeah. So basically, just a roundup of yesterday's court case. We pretty much walked out of there for the first time, walking out of a court, getting to feel like, yeah. So you heard some oya'i'o, you heard some truth coming out in that courtroom, which is a noble thing. And so we keep our prayers for truth and justice in the justices as much as we can. So mahalo nui, aloha.